Hello beautifuls, this is Aromie here and welcome back to Mystic Destinies Serendipity of Aeons. Hopefully this time around my video recording won't be as laggy because I think I fixed it. I'm not too sure because when I played this game a little bit it looks a little stuttery, but not as bad as it was last time. But here we are with Takumi, the lovely Takumi, and we're telling him we don't want to attend Hagiwara anymore, which I'm really shook about, by the way. I need to explain, so I'll start over from the beginning, but before I do, are you really familiar with the other world like you said? Takumi nods. My family has had ties with the supernatural world since before I was born. It's just not something we ever publicize to normal humans like you. Guess what, pretty boy, I'm not a normal human anymore. I know I had asked, but to actually hear him confirm it, to actually hear that the Arise have a hidden side to them like this feels shocking to say the least. I don't know what to say, but Takumi just continues to speak. I've always known about the basement in Hagiwara, and I made it my goal to get down there this year to find out more. I don't know what happened with you, Michiko. Okay, it's very stuttery. Can I, text speed is like fast. Autoplay speed? I don't know what these buttons are. But I wanted to just show me the text speed is fine though. Whatever, I can't do anything about it. But I've seen enough supernaturals and incidents involving them to know something was up. Have you always had powers? I shake my head. I don't want to say it. I don't want to talk about it. Finally, I give in and sigh. It's pretty heavy, but just let me tell it all. Oh wow, she just tells Takumi straight up? Takumi nods without comment, quietly encouraging me to begin. It really only just happened, but my mother took me somewhere over the weekend. She drugged me and performed some kind of ritual on me. And that doesn't sound very pretty. During which she told me the truth. Her real name is Shizuka. She's some ancient immortal sorceress who created me, a homunculus. This makes me want to watch Fullmetal Alchemist again. Except I watched Brotherhood. I didn't watch the original one. I wasn't born. I was made, which is insane. She made me to transfer her curse of immortality onto. She didn't ask me if I wanted any of this. She just did it. I meant so little to her that giving me a choice in my own life wasn't an option. Oh my god, my eyes. Oh, okay, it's fine now. I thought it was just all some kind of horrible nightmare until Hikaru almost attacked me. I paused, unsure of what else to say. The silence between us draws on for a while. I wonder if I'm really immortal now. Somewhere in the back of my mind, so deep that it's almost completely hidden, I feel a distinct sense of terror. I push it away further down into the depths of my mind. No matter how much I don't want to think about it, thought pops up. I'm not real. I don't have a father or a mother. Am I just a thing? I don't even realize I'm crying. I'm even crying until Takumi puts his arm around me and holds me tight. Everything's going to be okay. I hide my face into his chest, clinging onto his shirt as he holds my shaking form in his arms. Takumi gently rubs my back as I cry, only quietly repeating "it's okay" to me over and over. I don't know how much time passes, but after a while, I just run out of tears. I wipe my face with my sleeve, but stay as I am in his arms. I don't look at him. I don't think I can just yet. Hey, Taku, why didn't you come see me off that day? Takumi pulls back, away from me. His eyes start off to somewhere to the side. I just got caught up with something and couldn't go, even though I felt terrible about it. It was a family emergency, right? Was it something to do with your grandmother? Is she okay? Yeah, she's okay. Takumi seems to want to leave it at that since he doesn't say anything else. He's hiding something from me, that much is clear. But even if I feel like he is hiding something, I don't pry. He's here for me throughout all this, so the least I could do is not pry into whatever it is he doesn't want to talk about. Takumi doesn't say anything more and neither do I. I end up staring off into space, trying to shut out any intrusive thoughts. Michiko, if you want to talk, remember that I'm here. Where's your CG art, by the way? I I was so excited to start school, to start a whole new chapter of my life, you know? But now everything is in shambles. My entire life has been changed because of Shizuka's selfishness. I might not even be able to die now, for God's sake. It's all her fault. How dare she force her problems onto someone else? You know what I thought was weird? She grew up from a child to where she is now, right? She's immortal. What part? Like, her mom didn't age at all. Like, at all. She didn't turn into grandma stage. So do I not go grandma stage either? I'd stay as a young woman for the rest of my life? I don't know. These questions I have. How horrible of a person could she be to raise a child solely for the purpose of forcing that onto her? Onto me. And then she just left without even making sure that I could control all these powers. I clench my fist and stand up, seething. I glare at nothing in particular. Did our mom, like, pass away after she passed her powers onto us because she was no longer immortal? Or did she instant grandma mode? Who knows? Takumi stands up and moves closer to me. Michiko, you need to calm down. I turn and finally face him. I want to find her. Her? Do you mean Shizuka? I nod. I want to find her and make her take this curse off of me. I don't think she can. Make her take her powers back. I don't think she can. And if she won't, then I'll make her pay. I don't think you should do that. Takumi looks unsettled at my declaration. He sighs and wordlessly falls back onto the couch. I look down at him with a single thought in mind. Are you going to help me or try to stop me? Taku sighs again and entirely scratches his head. I'm not going to try and stop you, but I don't want to help you to go down this path either. But still, I understand better than anyone that if you have a goal like that, you're not just going to forget about it, and that you'll only end up putting yourself in danger. He looks me in the eyes very seriously. Suddenly standing, he moves very close to my face. Are you truly serious about finding Shizuka? I nod and look away from him. I don't know how I can concentrate on my studies with something this big and unresolved hanging over me, without knowing if I might kill someone by accident, or if I can even die myself. Besides that, I won't be able to sit still not knowing if she can fix it. At the very least, she deserves some of the pain she's given me. Taku nods slowly and sits back down. He sighs again. I promise I'll help you as best as I can find Shizuka. Do you happen to have any ideas of where to start looking? I shake my head and sigh. No, I didn't. I don't. I would say didn't. I sat down next to Taku, who sit in silence for a while, both thinking about where to start with this whole thing. Where do we start? It's not like she left a trail of breadcrumbs for me to follow. No, maybe there is something. A slim chance of it. But I need to talk to my dad about Shizuka. I look down at my hands, and I'd like to see I like to just see him anyway. I've missed him. Out of the corner of my eye, I see Takumi begin to move, then stop for a moment, only to put an arm around my shoulder anyway. It's been a long time since I've seen your dad. I'm looking forward to seeing him again. Are you going to tell him about everything that's happened? I practically jump away from him. No! I can't tell him! I trail off. My eyes fall back down to my hands. I can't tell him that I'm not human. I want to explain more, but my body refuses to cooperate. It's too painful, much too painful to say it, and so the words won't come. A silence passes between us once again. It feels like it feels like it drags on for centuries before Taku speaks up again. Hey, I haven't actually told you about my job yet, have I? I look up at him and shake my head no. I just assumed you knew because you asked me for my help finding your mom. But then I realized you couldn't know. Taku stands up and points to himself rather dramatically. Well, you've picked the right guy for the job. 'Cause I'm a detective. Ooh, a detective? Yep, well, a private one, but that's what I do. I don't think he told us what he exactly was in Tatsuya's route, right? I don't know, I don't remember. Wow, really? When did you start doing that? Oh, if you guys hear cars passing by, I have the window up. It's actually really nice out, even though it's kind of chilly. I wanted to feel that nice air. Taku crosses his arms and looking particularly proud. About 3 years ago. But my mom doesn't know about it. It's complicated. Complicated? Why? Taku, what kind of detective work is this exactly? I mean, you're so young. What could you possibly be doing? Wanna see for yourself? Ooh, Mr. Bad Boy over here. Whoa. This music. Okay. I'm sitting on the back of Takumi's scooter with my arms tightly wrapped around him. Maybe a little too tightly, but I don't want to fall off. So, where are we going exactly? I had a job tonight, but I was worried about leaving you alone. You know, this music reminds me of, it gives me the vibes of, if you guys watch Hey Arnold, like the street, like everyone just sitting out on their porch, on their, is that patio or step? I don't know what it's called. Their staircase up to their house or whatever. Just them sitting out in the city, it gives me that vibe. So this works out better for me now that you want to hire me. Job? What kind of job? Is it dangerous? Nah, well, kind of. But this guy should be easy. The music is really loud, but I'll just fix it in editing. Guy? What guy? Tell me what we're doing. Don't worry about it too much. I'll protect you. I always have, right? I remember him trying, but it was always Yazu who actually helped us. I don't want to say that, so I just stay quiet instead. Who's Yazu? Right? Well, if you say so. He looked worried. Takumi sighs. I'll explain after we finish in the store. The store? What? What store? It's so late. You'll see. This store, Doggo? What? Taco stops in front of a building with shops. Why are we here? This place is closed. I know. Can you get off now? I'll be right back. Oh, okay. I unwrap myself from Takumi and hop off. Before I can ask further, he drives off with a scooter. I stand there waiting, wondering what the hell is going on. I don't have to wait long because I see Takumi calmly walking back towards me. Not saying anything, he takes something out of his pocket and kneels down by the door. He waves something black in front of something that I can only assume is a sensor of some sort. There is a faint beeping sound from within the building and the doors slide open. Takumi doesn't give me a chance to say anything. Come on. He grabs me by my wrist and pulls me along inside. Ooh, it's a clothing store with the cute clothes. As we go inside, Takumi drops my hand and keeps walking, leaving me standing in place. I look around the dimly lit shop with an intense feeling of what the hell? Takumi starts humming and looking around, pulling clothes off of shelves and examining them. I step out of my frozen state and quickly walk to Takumi. What are you doing? What are we doing here? We're going to get caught. Can my girl calm down? He's a pro detective. Takumi just keeps doing what he's doing without glancing at me even once. No, we're not. You heard that beat. That was the alarm disarming. What size do you wear? Wait, what? I almost answer out of reflex, but quickly stop myself. That's not really any of your business, is it? Why does it matter? Takumi pauses and finally turns around to face me with an armful of clothes. You can't go on a mission dressed like that. This isn't even the mission. He turns back around, hangs something back up, and grabs a black denim jacket while continuing to talk. Rule number 1 of dressing for a mission. Dress for mobility and safety. So, can't dress cutely, I assume. Rule number 2, dress coolly. Not cute, fine. You can't do a good job if you don't feel like you look cool. But I want to look cute. For a while, all I can do is stare, not knowing how to react to something like that at all. But Taku, are you a thief now? The store is closed! He shrugs. I know the owner. I'll pay her tomorrow, or whenever. Then he turns back to me again, his eyes examining me a little too closely. You're probably a medium, right? What? Taku! Takumi just smirks and turns back around. If you want to say in the colors, you should come over here and help me. Oh, want a say in the colors, fine. I was more like, what? Grudgingly obeying, go to him. As we stand next to each other in the dim light, Takumi gives me countless suggestions on what kind of clothes to get. Just as his rules suggest, they're all comfortable, made for movement, and cool looking. But whatever he does suggest, I find that I have to keep asking him the color of things, since I can barely see. While he rummages through yet another rack of clothing, I watch him carefully. Taku, how the hell can you see so well? Shouldn't her eyes, like, situate themselves already? Taku looks at me without saying anything for a minute, then he shrugs. Good genes, I guess. Takumi ignores the suspicious look I give him and shoves a stack of clothes into my arms. Go try these on, and if they don't find... Oh, and what? Go try these on, and if they don't something, find sizes that do. I'm gonna go change into my gear. And before you ask, yes, I store it here from time to time. Taku walks away without another word. I'm left with no option but to go try on the clothing, even while feeling that this is all extraordinarily bizarre. What if this is like his mom's store? I highly doubt it, but... Ooh! Look at my girl! A little cleavage here. She got a V-neck hoodie over the denim black jacket. Or was it leather? I don't remember what they said. It's not denim, is it? Step out of the dressing room after finally trying out everything. I even decided to put my hair in a certain way. Although I changed a few things out, I did manage to find fitting clothes, even if I can barely see if they look alright. Well, hoping they do. I love how each character, she's in a different outfit. I love it. While I was in the dressing room, Taka told me to put my hair up so it wouldn't get in the way on the mission. Oh, he told me to put my hair up. Wish I had thick hair like that. When I step out into the general store area, I see Taka standing there in some weird ass, although admittedly badass, ninja-esque gear. He does look badass. I wonder if this is what he meant by look cool. While I'm busying myself examining his clothes, he turns around to look at me. Seeing me, his face lights up instantly. He claps, gloves in his hands. You look good! I look away the moment I feel my face heat up at the unexpected comment. I quickly gather myself and turn back to him. So do you. Really cool. Super cool. Really? I only catch the briefest hint of pink on his cheeks before he turns away. Thanks. Come on. Taku starts walking towards the back of the shop and I scramble to follow after him. He pushes open a door that I hadn't noticed before, one that's hidden behind some shelves, and steps outside. I glance back at the shop before following Taku outside. Homemade coffee. Memories. As I step outside, I feel a strange shiver pass through me. One look around and it's clear that we're now in a completely different area. Huh? Is this the same area we were just at? Is it? Something's different. I feel like my voice just went weird. Because it is. I'm sure you felt that feeling just now when we went through the door. That was a gateway to a supernatural part of the city. Chawa. Chawa? I look around. I feel people are out on the sidewalks, but they hardly spare us a glance despite how Taku looks. The people themselves all look normal, save for some strange hair colors. I look back to him and notice that Taku is leaning against the wall, hidden away in the shadows. He makes a hand motion to follow him and I obey. We begin walking, keeping to the dimmer parts of the street. We leave out of the brightly lit area into a darker one. Chocolate, guys. Dose de Lezion? What does that one say? Something, your life. Can't read that. I look around as we move through the street, noting down the different shops and their names. I've never heard of any of these before. Taku steps close to a closed stop, and it's standing in the shadows. How could people not see an entire part of the city? And this looks pretty normal to me. Are you sure it's supernatural? Takumi laughs. Do you think I wouldn't know about the place I've been hanging out in for 3 years? And you'd be surprised at what supernaturals can do. There's a spell over this place that prevents humans from going in. It's like Hogwarts. Anyone who's like the platform, anyone who suspects anything will find themselves disoriented, confused every time they try to go in. There are lots of entrances though. The one I showed you actually isn't an official entrance at all. The owner made a portal for her own personal use. Pretty amazing, right? Oh shoot, I dropped my sticky note. I nod along at everything he's saying so casually as people walk around us. Takumi looks around at the people passing by, then back at me. Michiko, I need you to hold on to me as tight as you can. What? Just trust me, okay? Wrap your arms around me and don't let go for anything. What? How can you just tell me to do that? Just trust me. Well, why should I with a request like that? Trust him? No way. Oh, trust him. But no, he wouldn't ask without a good reason. Exactly. If someone tells you to hurry up, do you not hurry up? I've known him for years, even if he looks so different now. He's not that kind of guy. And he did come save us plenty of times. So, trust him. While I go through a variety of emotions, Takumi removes a tiny white bag from somewhere within his clothes. A tiny black gem catches my eye. It immediately stands out against the white material of the bag. As he reaches his hand into the seemingly impossibly small bag, he mumbles quietly. I really wish it would have been black. White's classy, but stands out so much. Beggars can't be choosers, I guess. My eyes grow wide as Taku pulls out like some sort of magic trick, something that looks suspiciously like steel gauntlet. He fastens it onto his breast under his jacket sleeve and then looks up at me as he puts his arm straight up in strange pose. Are you coming or what? Hang on to me tight. Alright, okay? Alright. I start to open my mouth, but Takumi stops me before I can say anything. No time for a million questions, alright? I'm already running late. Okay. He seems serious now. Let's go. There's something commanding in Taku's voice as he says this, something that makes me close my mouth. Exactly. Shut up and let's follow him. He pulls up his mask and stares at me. I sigh. And he used to be such a cute little boy. Oh, finally the CG art! Thank you. Oh, I didn't know I had gloves. Not very ninja-like because my fingerprints are going to be everywhere, but it looks good. I do as instructed and move very close to him. Hesitantly, I put an arm around his shoulder. Cute. Like this? Takumi grabs my other arm and puts it around his neck, so close that our faces are nearly touching. With us being so close, I can see how soft his cheeks look and how he still has a bit of that baby fat that I remember. It's not baby fat, it's just fat. That calms down my heart a bit, but only somewhat because I can also feel how surprisingly hard his chest is. Uh-oh. Taku reaches around me and presses something on his gauntlet. Oh shoot. Here we go! What the heck? Are we flying? I can't precisely process what's happening, but the entire world seems to move strangely, twisting around. My vision is locked onto the rapidly receding ground as wind whips around us. There's a strange clicking sound like some sort of cog or mechanism whirring, and I begin to understand what's happening. We must be flying through the air? I try to move my head, but my body doesn't cooperate. A feeling of being completely lost at what to do in this situation overtakes my senses. Before I can do anything else, the whirring slows, and suddenly the side of a building is coming straight at us. But Takumi kicks off with a little grunt, and as we come back towards the building, he yells, "You're gonna throw me? He's gonna throw us? I'm gonna throw you? What?" We come closer and closer to the building. Just tuck your arms and legs in as much as you can. As we come even closer, I find myself being tossed towards the rooftop of the building. I feel the urge to flail, but manage to sort of curl up instead and make contact with the ground, rolling as I land. Ugh. Oof. I lie there on the ground where I landed, too stunned to move. I stare up at the night sky in a daze. Chapter 3, Shattered Illusions. Wow, the CG art came in really late compared to the other guys. I push myself out of my stunned state and sit up. And when I do, I freeze again as seeing Takumi in mid-air. He spins, flipping in the air, and lands with a much more elegant roll than I assumed I did. I just sit there in shock at everything that just happened. Takumi stands up, dusts himself off, and walks up to me. Sorry about that. I didn't really think about how I was going to get you up here. He offers me a gloved hand, which I gladly take and pulls me up to my feet. I take a deep breath to regain some of myself and look around. I nearly gasp at the sudden view of the city, so breathtaking from here. It makes me a little too dizzy too, being so high. I swallow hard and focus on Takumi instead. What the hell is that? What was any of that? Why are we up here? Taku holds up 3 fingers. Magic grappling hook. He puts 1 finger down, flying through the air. He pulls down a second one. And last, because this is how I like to get around for my jobs, he puts a 3rd finger down and lets his hand drop. It's way faster than walking or getting stuck in traffic. That everything? What about the bag? There's no way you could fit whatever that was in there. Bag? Oh, you mean the Sao. Yeah, that's a Salazar bag. Enchanted bag that can hold way more than it should. Can I have that bag? Takumi takes the bag out again and holds it out to me. See, the gem tells me how much it holds. I bend down and squint at the white bag. It's so small. I take it for Takumi and turn it around in my hand. It feels heavier than a bag that size should, and my curiosity gets the better of me. I pull it open and stick my hand in, and to my amazement, my hand disappears into the bag. How? It's so small, but it feels so spacious. It feels so weird to see half of my forearm gone. It feels like it should be real, that I'm seeing some really neat trick. I feel inside the bag and wonder, and my hand brushes against something sharp. Ah! The bag slips on my grip, but Takumi catches it before it can hit the ground. Careful, there's a lot of dangerous shit in there. You shouldn't just go sticking your hand in someone's bag, especially someone like me. Takumi takes my hand and I notice that there's this tiny bleeding cut. He takes out a black cloth from his bag and applies it to my cut. I watch his fingers skillfully work to stop the bleeding. My eyes travel up to his face. And just who is someone like you? Takumi looks up at me and something flashes in his eyes, but it's gone so fast that I can't catch it. You know who I am better than anyone. I don't say anything, and Taku takes his cloth back and stuffs it into his bag. Okay, hello, motorcyclist. Rude. Do I, though? It hasn't been that long since we saw each other, but he seems completely different. Still, he is taking care of me now. Then what was all that fancy spinning business about? You couldn't do that before. Well, I learned parkour. It's how I get around. When you want to move in the shadows and get in lots of little places, it's more convenient to come in from above. The only bad thing about being solo, though, is that no one gets to see how cool you are. He removes his mask and leans down, moving closer to me. He looks into my eyes. So, did I look cool? This guy, he is a total baddie. I was too busy thrown to notice. Are you going to keep bringing that up? I said I was sorry. Yeah, well, sorry doesn't cut it, mister. Takumi moves away and pulls his sleeve back, revealing a black and yellow sports watch. I don't know if that was cute or not. Not at all. What? Not even a little? Nope. Then I gotta try harder next time. Wait, what? I'll prove to you how cool I am. I think I like that one better. Takumi moves away and pulls his sleeve back, revealing a black and yellow sports watch. Anyway, I'm running late and I want to catch this guy tonight. He pulls up his mask. I didn't really plan out how you follow me though. Takumi stares at me for a few moments before nodding. Yeah, the guy's pretty close here, and he should be making his deal any minute now. So now, why don't you just stay... Takumi cuts himself off in the middle of the sentence. Wide-eyed, he stares at something behind me. Taku? I turn around to see the one person I'd never expect to see. That's our mom! What? Excuse me? Shizuka stands just a few feet away from me. I feel as if my heart stops. If my heart stops at seeing those cold green eyes staring back at me. Just like that night. A frantic heat rises throughout my whole body, and yet I feel cold, so very cold. I want to escape, to be anywhere but here. All I can do is stand rooted in place. Why is she here? How? How did she even know where we'd be here? That smile is kind of creepy. Slowly she comes towards us, a cold, taunting smirk plays on her lips. Well, she had turned Instagramma mode, so... She holds up her hand, and I can see darkness playfully dancing around her fingers, gently caressing her skin. I bet you didn't think you'd see me again. No? How do you sell your powers? Move! Move! Move, damn it! I try to force myself to move, to even turn and look at Taku, but I can't. As her eyes momentarily drift from me to Takumi, I suddenly wonder what she might do to us, to him. Why is she even here? What else can she do to me after all? All the questions I ever wanted to ask instantly fly out of my mind. Not yet. I wasn't ready yet. Why now? Why is she here now? She gives me a cold smile and holds out her hand. The darkness around her arm slowly moves forward. Tendrils of the shadow move and shift and reach for me. A memory of Hikaru standing in front of me like this, holding his hand out, just like that, rushes to my mind. Distantly, I hear a yell. Move, idiot! By the time I realize that I'm falling, I already hit the ground with a painful thud. I look up to see Taku throw something at Shizuka, one after another. Whatever it is, they make contact with Shizuka's wrist and the shadow from her hand fade away. As it fades away, Shizuka frowns and holds her wrist. Taku pulls out another 3 shuriken from somewhere within his sleeve and glares at Shizuka. I look back and forth from him to Shizuka, unsure what to do. I turn my focus onto Shizuka. Why are you here? We don't know. We're gonna find out next episode, guys. Sorry. Anyway, I hope you guys have enjoyed today's episode. Stay beautiful. I'm so shook that we actually see Shizuka and it's not in a dream. Insane. But we're ruining Taku's detective mission right now, so that's not great. But anyway, thank you guys for watching. Stay beautiful, and I'll see you guys in the next one.